All the news that the 1% media won't publish.
Welcome back to the Occupied Sun for the Occupy News Network. I'm Ann Narkey. Contrary to 1% media reports, housing rights activists, the Sweetstopians, are still continuing to resist eviction on the Sweetsway estate in North London. It's been nearly a fortnight since the 1% media swarmed all over the high-profile eviction of Sweetstopia. 16 arrests were made, 2 of them anons, who have now been held in custody since Wednesday, 23rd of September. Dan has been live streaming throughout the Sweetsway occupation for the Occupy News Network on Bambuza. He is one of those who were arrested at the last eviction, and he's now been threatened with deportation by the Home Office. Obi headed over to the Sweetsway estate to catch up with Dan and find out what's been happening.
Hi guys, okay, we are outside the Sweetsway N20 resists. This is Dan, one of the guys actually I've been here for a few months defending, all our housing rights. So Dan, what happened? What's the Sweet 16 about?
We had a big showdown in the end. Army of bailiffs raining from the sky, and we had 2 days of siege. The second one was trying to defend Mustafa, the last family's father, disabled Iranian refugee guy, from being ambushed by the bailiffs. And 16 of us have been arrested in the process. Okay, and what's happened? I mean, as far as I remember this, they kept him for more than 24 hours, I think, wasn't it? Some of them are still in custody. They've been shipped into a prison because they're not giving their names. So we have 2 anons. Okay. And the rest of the people, some people got charged, some people didn't. I see. What were they charged by? Are you allowed to say? I think so. Well, it's suspicion of doing something, so in my case anyway, obstructing a high court bailiff. Okay. Or an officer of the high court, so to speak. And okay, for those who don't know, officer of the high court or high court bailiffs, they're not actually working as such for the state. They're not police or anything. They're private companies. They've been living with us for weeks. That's the best about it. When the bailiffs came, if people probably seen those violent videos when they attacked us and they started beating the girls up. Okay. We knew that they weren't security because they didn't have any badges, badges. We called the police on them numerous times, and at some point the police told us that they were bailiffs. They were bailiffs. They didn't even identify them. So, I mean, it could have been anybody really. I could have. They were people in high-vis saying security, and that's all. And that's it. So anyone in a something that looks like a police uniform can go up to you saying, "I'm a bailiff. Yeah. I don't like your face. Go away." And they have no authority to do anything. Bailiffs only have the authority as they evict, as they have the court papers and the authority from the court to do their job. Okay. And that's it. So with this case, we will find out how you can actually resist lawfully a high court bailiff. We are lucky because it seems like most of the evictions were illegal. So they had, I think, 8 buildings. They had 8 buildings on the court papers that they could have evicted, including Mustafa, but not the other ones. Not the other ones. So that court paper, I think, as far as I know, they expire after 90 days or something, and that was from March. So they tried, which is the same thing that they did in many of the central London empty buildings that were occupied. Yeah, usually they try to get you out illegally or as soon as possible. But in here we were too much in the public eye. We were also like in zone 4 or 5. Okay. And we started multiplying like crazy. We had more than 100 people in the end. You have been following the spirit of the law rather than maybe the letter of the law, but the Home Office is going after you as well because this. Yeah, like there's no other way to. Okay. There's some strange force that tries to find everyone's weak spot somehow. Yes. When they locked me up, I was fine with that. I had a chat with the police officers. They were also pretty bored like me, and they couldn't charge me with anything. And just at some point, they handed me a paper from the Home Office, from the immigration, in the custody cell. That's all. This has nothing to do with us. It's between you and them. You're from Hungary. You regularly go back there. You go there by car. You go there by transport. You don't actually fly. So because it's not because of England, but because of Hungary. I don't like when those people see when I'm entering that country and when I'm leaving. And now they are closing down the border, so it's getting worse and worse.
Getting worse, actually trying to get into Hungary.
Yeah, I'm fighting the beast here because it has much more effect also on Hungary when I'm doing activism here than when I'm doing it there.
That's cool. I mean, like, this is the City of London. City of London, if you want to find out about the finance, all the financial corruption of the world, you just have to go to City of London. Yeah.
It's like a nerve center of all the dirty money and everything.
Yeah, correct. But then at the same time, they're claiming that you have no recourse to public funds.
I never touched government money. I really don't want to start now.
Okay.
I don't trust governments, and I don't want their money. So I'm self-sufficient, but apparently you have to prove everything with receipts. So I paid a lot of taxes in this country. I worked my ass off. Sometimes I had 3 jobs at the same time. And this is my best job so far, and I'm not even using it for money.
Yeah, by the same time, you have to tell them where you've worked the last 6 years, where you've all the documentation, everything, and plus the fact that you...
My girlfriend, they want to see everything. It's like you mention anything, you have to prove it. If you say that, oh, my family and my papers burned down in a house fire, then they want a receipt from the fire department. So that's just making it more and more complicated. It reminds me of the Hungarian bureaucracy, but it's worse in some ways. This is just bad. I've been avoiding bureaucracy for years, and now I got a big dose of it in my face, and I couldn't even say anything because every 5 minutes they were threatening with deportation. It's like that's all they can do apparently. I said, track my tax details down. Everything's there. Here's my card. Oh, we're not really exactly friends with the tax office. Okay, then see when I left the country, when I came back. Oh wait, we can't really access those information. What can you do? Well, we can deport you.
So they can deport you, but otherwise they can't actually prove anything, about you, really, that you exist?
No.
Nothing, okay.
If I hadn't turned up there, then...
Nothing would have been done?
Yeah, probably, I don't know. I should have just told them that I'm going to Paris, and I'll be back next week. Suck this.
What's the Twitter account that they need to follow?
But the Sweetstopia resist, but that's why I use hashtags, because it's easier, and you can see the Twitter accounts.
Okay, but this also
for
was...
the arrestees, it's the hashtag sweets, like Sweetstopia, with an S in the end.
Okay.
And with number 16, sweets 16.
Okay.
And Sweetstopia resists is one of the accounts. We are posting stuff on Our Bohemia, at Our Bohemia.
Okay.
And also the troops. You can see the brand wagon here next to me.
Yeah, well, of course you can always follow us on Occupy News Network.
Thanks, Obi and Dan. We'll be right back with more news the 1% media don't want getting out there.